Up next, we have Satya Mahapatra, who's from Answer Coalition. Satya, thank you.
Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime!
Once again, free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime!
Peace everyone, my name is Satya Mahapatra. I am an organizer with the Answer Coalition. Answer stands for Act Now to Stop War and End Racism. Answer Coalition was founded just 3 days after the September 11, 2001 attack. Answer initiated a massive US anti-war movement opposing the US invasion of Iraq in the months prior to March 19, 2003. The coalition has played an important role in the fight against racist religious profiling, in support of immigrant and workers' rights, and for economic and social justice for all. Our members are engaged in a range of struggles, from the local battles against police brutality to international campaign against militarism and war. So last week, on May 15, on the Nakba Day, when 1,000 people gathered in solidarity with Palestinians in Providence, I was holding a banner. Someone who is pro-Israel saw me with the banner and asked if I was Muslim. I am not Muslim. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not Palestinian. I'm not Israeli. I'm not Jewish. I'm an Indian. So why was I there? Why am I here today? Because Palestine is an issue of settler colonialism, occupation and apartheid. To isolate it purely religious issue is just a way to put a cover on the truth. The truth about the truth about the state of Israel's vicious oppression of Palestinians. I'm here to stand with the courageous people of Palestine, fighting against national oppression, fighting for national liberation, fighting for self-determination, fighting for creating a state which is deprived from them by settler colonialism. Palestine is one of the last unfinished countries of Afro-Asian Liberation Project. When we say free Palestine, what do we mean? We mean liberation of a nation currently under the jackboot of settler colonial subjugation. Recently, violence against Asian was in the consciousness in the US in the wake of the massacre of salon workers in Atlanta a few months back. People quickly mobilized against it. Palestine is part of West Asia. When Gaza gets bombed, it is the part of West Asian nation, Palestine, that gets bombed by Euro-American weapons and by a settler colonial client state, Israel. Israel proxies the same white supremacist violence that targets black, brown, Asian people here in the United States. By saying Middle East, right? The Orientalist name Middle East, the violence against the Asia is kept hidden. The majority of the world nation in Asia, Africa, Latin America are on the side of Palestinians. And who are the nation who have given a carte blanche to Israel to slaughter Palestinians? It is the usual suspects, who are the former colonial plunderers of Asia and Africa. US, UK, France, Germany, Canada, and a few small US vassal states like Colombia and Brazil, both under the utter far-right fascistic government. Some of these imperialist countries have bombed, destroyed, and collapsed nations in Asia, Africa, and continue to do so. Apartheid comes at the later stage of settler colonialism. Let's investigate how the past examples of apartheid were defeated through struggle. Jim Crow in the United States was an apartheid system. It got defeated with the two-pronged struggle. People inside the US mobilized courageously. And then there was a second factor. Several Afro-Asian countries got decolonized. And the US needed legitimacy to project to the newly decolonized nation who found socialism attractive to build their nation and tilted towards Soviet Russia. And only saw lynching and Jim Crow in the United States. It were these two things that defeated Jim Crow: local struggle and international situation. The same goes for apartheid South Africa. It was both the courageous South African people, their revolutionaries, and the international solidarity that defeated apartheid in South Africa. So what's our strength now? Last week, more than 65 cities across the US had solidarity marches with Palestine. 100,000 people gathered across the US. A few days after, 250,000 marched in Detroit alone. Internationally, check out how the South African dock workers are refusing local to load Israeli cargo. In the US, Biden is facing unprecedented opposition on Israel policy, overshadowing plans to tout his domestic rollout. Israel is facing an uprising not seen in decades. There is a huge setback in public opinion worldwide. Israel cannot stop the Gaza resistance. Courageous Palestinian resistance and the international solidarity will snuff out the apartheid state. Our task here is to mobilize and make that the US government and Biden administration fails to restock Israel's weapon arsenals, to reward Israeli war crimes, and artificially prop up the apartheid state whose time has gone now. So, to conclude, आज it is said in Hindustani, Philistini, Zindabad. Long live Palestine. Palestine will still be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
Satya. Can you hear me? Yeah. Satya, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Another incredibly powerful speech.